There are principal instructions stated by Bruner. First, instruction must be concerned with the experience and context that make the student willing able to learn. Second, instruction must be structured so that it can be easily grasped by the student. Third, instruction should be designed to facilitate extrapolation and or fill in the gaps. What is discovery learning? Discovery learning was introduced by Jerome Bruner and is a method of inquiry-based instruction. This popular theory encouraged learners to build doon sa mga past experiences and yung mga nalalaman nila. They can also use their intuition, imagination, and creativity and search for new information to discover facts. There are 5 principles of discovery learning model. First, problem solving. As a teacher, we should guide and motivate our learners to seek for solution. Number 2, learner management. Teachers should allow learners to work either alone or with others and learn at their own pace. One of the example is grouping activities and individual activities. Grouping activities to gain knowledge from your group mates and individual activities to learn by your own knowledge. Number 3, integrating and connecting. Teachers should teach learners how to combine prior knowledge with new and encourage them to connect to the real world. Number 4, information analysis and interpretation. Discovery learning is a process-oriented and is based on the assumption that ang pag-aaral ay hindi lang siya basta set of facts. Ang pag-aaral in fact learn to analyze and interpret the acquired information. 5th, failure and feedback. Learning doesn't only occur when we find the right answer, it also occurs failure. Classroom example. Learning becomes more meaningful when students explore their learning environment rather than listen passively to teacher. In elementary school, teachers might use guided discovery to help children learn animal groups. Example, teacher could ask students to provide the names of types of animals. In high school, a chemistry teacher might use mystery liquids and have students discover the element in each.
Everyone, my name is Kate Ormigos Montaño and this is my presentation. And let's talk about Bruner 1966 state a theory of instruction should address 4 major aspects. Predisposition to learn. Bruner believed that any subject should be taught at any stage of development in a ways that fill the theory abilities. Bruner emphasized social factor and early teacher and parents' influence on this. Structure of knowledge. Bruner emphasized the role of structure in learning and how it may be made central in teaching. Bruner offered considerable details about structuring knowledge. Bruner view categorization as a function, mental process in the structuring of Let's proceed the example of 2 major aspects. The disposition to learn. For example, the teacher might be a glass without water and ask the student how many finish they think can be put in the jar without any water spent. Second, structure of knowledge. Creative thinking might be based on actual knowledge, conceptual knowledge, textual knowledge, or mental.
morning everyone. This is Mariluz M. Udul reporting Bruner's Constructivist theory, categorization, and several kinds of categories. Categorization or categories are rules that specify four things about objects. We have here our first rule, criterial attributes. Criterial attributes required characteristics for inclusion of an object in category. For example, car that has no engine, four wheels, and be a possible means of transportation is not considered as a car. If a car has this engine, four wheels, and considered to be used in transportation, it is considered to be a car. That is what it means to have this one. Number one, criterial attributes. And our second rule prescribes how the criterial attributes are combined. When an object is combined and it is prescribed thoroughly, then it is second rule. And the third rule assigns, we have here our third rule. It assigns weight to various properties. For example, it could be a car even a tire was missing, and if it was used for hauling cargo missing, it would be shifted to a different category of truck or perhaps a van. Even for example, a car has missed a four wheels, but still there are some points that you will consider it as a car. That is our third rule in categorization. And number four, our fourth rule sets acceptance limits on attributes varied widely, such as color. Others are fixed. For example, a vehicle without an engine is not a car. Likewise, a vehicle with only two wheels would not be included in a car. Of course, we do know that we cannot considered a car without an engine, right? Because we cannot use it for transportation or whatever transactions that we may use it. And that is categorization. And now we will proceed in in several kinds of categories. Number one, identity categories. Identity categories include objects based on their attributes or features, based on their structures, form, or appearance. For example, you will define a chair because it has four legs, or a table has four legs too, but then a table is wider than a chair. That is why we can say that this is a chair and this is a table based on their appearance, form, or structure. Number two, equivalent categories can be determined by criteria which render objects equivalent by emotional reactions. Functional criteria based on formal criteria. For example, we have car, truck, or van. But if we combine it, it is all called motor vehicle. That is equivalent categories. Number three, coding systems. Coding systems are categories that serve to recognize sensory input. That are the categorization and several kinds of categories. Thank you.